Okay, sit up.
Good evening, I am Walker Conrad. Welcome to a special edition of AWANA Action News. Today we are in Jerusalem where something strange has happened. For more on the situation, I have an eyewitness here with me in the studio. Hello, may I have your name?
Yes, hello, Mr. Conrad. My name is Random Character that happened to be in Jerusalem on the day of this event.
Of course it is. What else was I expecting? So, Miss Character, can you tell me what you saw yesterday in Jerusalem?
Well, as you may know, this is Passover time for my people.
Hold on a moment. For those of us who are not Israelites, please explain what the Passover is.
Oh, okay. Well, you see, many years ago, we were captives in the land of Egypt. Not me, because I wasn't born yet,
Of
but
course.
right. But because it happened a long time ago. But we were captives in the land of Egypt, and they were treating us real mean. And so we were kind of like their slaves. And so anyway, God raised up this guy named Moses, and he he went to Pharaoh after the Lord talked to him and told him to. He went to Pharaoh and said, "Let my people go." And Pharaoh said, "No way, Jose." Not really. He didn't say
Because
that,
I
but
doubt there was anyone named Jose in that time.
probably not in Egypt anyway. But
Still not today.
so he left, and well, I mean, we didn't leave, but Pharaoh said not going to do it. And so then God used Moses, and God sent a bunch of plagues that were really, really bad.
Considering the definition of plague, I don't think there's such a thing as a good one.
That's probably true. But anyway, so they were really bad, and every time Pharaoh's heart just got hardened, and he wouldn't let the people go. And so the last plague, it was really bad, God sent the angel of death.
Angel of death?
That's right. See, God sent an angel to kill the firstborn of all the Egyptians. The only people that were saved were if you did what God told you to, and you put the blood of a lamb over your door, and then the angel of death would pass over you. So, and then after that, Pharaoh said, "Get out." He didn't want us in there anymore, but then he came after us. But that's another story.
But another interview, maybe.
Maybe. But anyway, so that they left, and every year we remember that time. It's called the Passover because he passed over us. And so we remember that time every year, and this is that event for us.
So this is that time of year when you have this celebration.
Exactly. So there's a lot of activity in Jerusalem right now.
But yesterday there was more than normal, right?
That's correct, Mr. Conrad. There was kind of an underlying excitement, like something was about to happen. Wait a second. Maybe I should tell you about the prophet before I go on.
The prophet?
Well, that's what many people think he is. His name is Jesus, and he's has quite a following. There are people that go everywhere with him, and he's done a lot of miracles. He's healed deaf people and blind people and lame people.
So much like Elijah.
Well, some people think he is Elijah, but anyway. So just a short time ago, he even raised a man from the dead. He'd been dead for 4 days, so they were scared he was going to stink. But he came right out when Jesus called him, and so you can imagine that made quite a stir. And
I can assume.
Yeah, I've even heard some people say some rumors that maybe he's the one we've been waiting for.
What do you mean by waiting for in this case?
Oh, we've been waiting for our Messiah, our King. He's going to lead us out of captivity because we're in captivity to the Romans now.
Yeah,
and
just like Babylon before.
And he's going to be the King of Israel, and just like it was foretold in the Holy Scriptures.
Well, and you're saying that people believe that this Jesus, this prophet you speak of, is perhaps the promised king?
Well, it sure seemed that way yesterday.
Ah, yes. Back to the events of yesterday. Can you lead us through the events and their significance?
Well, I first saw him coming as I was headed into the gates of Jerusalem. Well, his disciples actually were headed towards him with a colt, a young donkey. And there are 12 disciples that go with him everywhere. And anyway, So they were headed towards
Very
him.
specific number.
Yeah, they're always with him. Anyway, they were headed towards him leading this young donkey or colt, and I didn't see where they got the colt from, but I was told that they didn't even have to ask the owners. That he that they just told him that, they were untying the colt, and they just said, "Hey, the Lord needs this," when they asked, and they just let him go. I thought that was a little weird.
Yes, it seems like you would want more information about why they're taking your animal, the animal you spent time, well, breeding.
Reading.
Breeding.
Oh, breeding. You kind of forgot to look on the cue cards, huh? Okay, but that's just
We
the
don't
way
have them.
that's just the way he seems to work. Like he has power or something. Anyway, I saw the disciples, and they were putting their coats on this colt, and then Jesus got right on him. He'd never even been ridden before, and yet Jesus got right on him and rode right through the town of Jerusalem. Just like, well, if I say it, it may seem odd to you.
Well, this story is pretty odd, and trust me, I've seen some other odd things like a Sharknado. Don't ask. Don't ask.
Well, according to my father, there was a prophet many years ago who foretold that this would happen. That a man would come riding on a donkey or a colt into Jerusalem, and that man would be our king.
So, what was the name of this prophet you speak of?
Well, I know his name, but I think Miss Martha would rather that the Awana kids learn this prophet's name. So it would be from the Old Testament, and if the Awana kids found the name, they'd probably even get a prize when they go back to church.
Back to yesterday's events, and after knowing of the prophet's words, what did you think? Do you believe this man is king?
Well, I sure thought he was yesterday, but not sure right now. But anyway, I believed it completely. It was like I was just swept away with the events when I saw him riding on that donkey. I took off my coat and I laid it on the in the middle of the road. People were taking off their coats, and they were taking tree limbs and putting them on the road, and we were all shouting like Hosanna, peace in heaven and glory in the highest, and all sorts of stuff like that.
So everyone's excited by this.
Well, no, not everyone. I heard
Oh,
some of the Pharisees complaining to him,
the
telling him,
Pharisees?
yeah, you know who the Pharisees are. They're the really religious people. They're supposed to know the scriptures real good, and so they were complaining, telling him that he should rebuke his disciples. And it was strange because he told them that if the crowd held their peace, then the stones themselves would cry out. It was like this was his time, and this was how it was supposed to be.
It seems the Pharisees don't really know this too well. But anyway, earlier, you said that you were not sure what you believe about Jesus right now. What is that? Why is that?
Well, I guess because he left. He didn't overthrow the Romans. He didn't set up his kingdom. I heard that he went to the temple and threw out some money changers, but I kind of feel let down. I thought it was the beginning of some great big overthrowing of the Roman government, but I guess I just don't know what to think anymore.
Thanks so much for your time, Miss Character. I still don't get why that's your name, but anyway. We will certainly be following the story as it unfolds. Stay tuned for this week, as something tells me there will be more special AWANA action news to come. Anyway, until then, this is Walker Conright, hoping you have a great day.